Hey everyone, it's DKDB, and I am here to show a tutorial on Early Life Buster, which is a trick that uses only 90%. This trick is one of the hardest tricks in the game, both in terms of to learn and in terms of getting it consistently. So, the main reason behind this is because it's basically like 4 or 5, like 4 tricks wrapped in one, sort of. So what the goal of this trick is we're gonna get up here by that star piece, and to do that we're gonna do something called loading zone storage, which I briefly explained on my log skip video. So if you've seen that, then you kind of know what it does. But basically, when you touch a loading zone for 1 frame, and then, well, it doesn't have to be specifically 1 frame in this case, but like, if you touch a loading zone and then you don't touch the ground for more than 1 frame, after that it like stores it. So like I'll do a few with some jumps here. So I just did some loading zone storage with jumps there because I did some frame jumps off the ground. You could also like see I can just jump in place here in front of on the loading zone here. So that's like I'm storing the loading zone basically. So you can do that. Like you can do that all the way to about over here, and the trick will work. But we're not gonna do it like that. We're gonna do it. It's very similar to log skip, which makes this trick a lot better to handle. So the first thing is we're gonna do the first part of this trick is called Wise Twisterwood Clip. You want to stand like in this patch of red flowers here, and then you're gonna want to hold upright and then like jump when Mario starts to slip out. And then you'll see what happens if I can do that correctly. Alright, so once you get up here, you want to like hold up. You see Mario will slowly slide off the tree like that once you hold up. You can adjust here. You can like hold a little bit left of up or whatever. So your goal once you're doing that, you're going to start pressing A and when Mario jumps, you want to quickly just tap up left really quickly. So if it works, then you'll land. This will help you land on the seam to the left of the door. So I'll try to get that again. 1 second. But also, like, you don't have to tap. You don't really have to tap off left if you're like directly over the left part of the door. Alright, I went a little too far left there. So that's what happens when you go a little too far left. You fall out of bounds. I also like sometimes I like to just jump for it like this, but the setup does work the best probably. Alright, so this is where you want to be. Is right here. If you're too far to the right, then you won't be able to fall off. So if you really want to like check like that, then you can check. Otherwise you'll just be behind the door, and like there's like a little like that's technically like in bounds or whatever. There's like an area behind the door that you can't fall out of bounds from. It's kind of weird. So I'll show you that I'm out of bounds, like on the right spot, because if I walk up, I'll fall. So this is like where you want to be generally. You can skip this fall. What I do is all you do is like see where the grass of the door is. So like if I know there's like a little part of the grass by the door like this is a good spot to do the next part of the trick. So even though that first part I went through kind of quickly, it may be a little bit harder for some other people, but that's generally like the least. That's like one of the harder parts, but it's not even close to what's coming up. So we'll keep going for now. Alright, so for this next part, you're gonna jump and then hold left for a certain amount of time. So this trick involves a lot of like getting a feel for it type things. So here, what I'm going to do is I like to like count to like 2, basically jump, hold left, count to 2, and then let go. And usually that works, or at least something along those lines. So we'll see how that works out. I tapped in an extra time. Or sometimes actually what I'll do is I'll tab it a few times, just like whatever works. You want to get it to about here. So you can be like a little like more to the left, but actually I'm like a little bit too far to the right I think still right now, because if I walk off I believe I'll fall. Yes, I don't want to fall, so I'll jump a few times. Alright, this is looking better. Let's see. Yeah, so you want to end up so that when you walk up you land on some ground here. So this part's not that bad. So what I do is I walk off up and fall. You can skip this fall, but I prefer doing this fall. I think I like it the most. So now you're actually not on the right seam. The out of bounds here is kind of weird, and this movement now is kind of weird. And if you've seen someone do this trick before, you might have wondered why you do this. Is because like if I tried to like go left or something, I would have clipped in bounds. So what you do here is you jump, and you gotta like go up and then like slide to left, sort of. Like you're basically like jumping around, like you're like jumping around out of bounds to land on the seam out to the left, like on the up left from where I am right now. It's a little, I know that's a little kind of, I didn't really do it much justice right there. I was explaining what I'm doing, but I'll just like show you, I guess. So like that. So just follow my inputs there. So that's what you want to do. So now I'm on a different scene, and this is the correct scene I want to be on. From here, what you do is you gotta get into the position that's as like far right as possible. So what I do is I like lightly hold right to make sure I fall off, so I know that I'm on the rightmost part right here. And if you hold too much right, you'll end up on the other side of the seam, which is not what you want, and you can fix that by just holding left to get back here. But yeah, you don't want to hold right. You want to hold horizontally. Alright, so from here, I'm just turn myself to face left because that's what I generally do. Here now you want to go as far down as possible. You can't just fall. You can fall off, like, and that does like help a little bit, I guess, but like it's not gonna be enough. So you want to like tap jump up a few times. This is looking pretty promising. So basically, you want to be in a spot right about here. Actually, I'm probably gonna make a save state of this. Just hold on. Saves a lot of time. Maybe I'll go a little bit up and around. I'll test. Well, you want to like try to be as far up as possible. So okay, I know that I'm kind of far up. I didn't really move that much from there. So, all right, so this next part is the hardest part of Lackluster Early. So yeah, you want to look for this setup. Mario's mustache looks like this. He's like floating in midair. His partner's keeps falling out of bounds. That doesn't really matter though. This looks kind of funny. So you're looking for something like this. Then what you want to do, open a menu. I press the partner menu, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You can use the item menu. It doesn't really matter. From here, you're gonna buffer. You're trying to buffer an angle that's slightly up from left. However, this angle varies from controller to controller. You have to figure out which angle works best for you, and that's probably the hardest part of this trick. So, it also depends on your spot. Like if your like setup is slightly off, like it depends how far up you are. Like you might be able to go a little bit more up than I am right now, but that will change like how your angle has to be and what inputs you have to do slightly, like the timing of the inputs. All right, so what I'm gonna do when I have the correct angle, I press B or whatever. I cancel the menu. Then I'm going to switch to down. Generally I switch to down like when Mario is like completely underneath, somewhere around there, like when he's completely underneath the world. It's again, this is like getting a feel for it too. There's like the cue might be different based on your positioning, based on your angle, based on a couple of different things. So you gotta figure out like how much down is good for you. So I'm gonna go for it. I might not even get it right away. We'll see. But I had a save state to get back here, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, I didn't end up storing the loading zone that time. That's what I was looking to do. That's okay though. So that can mean a couple of things. When you don't store the loading zone, that either means that your angle was too far up, which in this case, I can't really, I chose like based on like the emulator I'm using with my GameCube controller adapter, I can't really go any farther, like left really, without it being completely left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna switch to down earlier than what I normally do. So again, it's just like figuring out what works best for you. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted store. Okay. All right, so let's try that again. Sorry about that. Okay. So, again. Alright, kind of do the second part there. Okay, I did start loading zone. Okay. So that's what you're looking to do. I kind of like skipped a step because it's kind of like muscle memory to me to do this right now. But, we'll go back for it in a second. But basically, I switched it down a little bit earlier than I normally do to help fix it for emulator, basically. And then, after you hold down for a little bit, before you respawn, you saw I switched to right, so you want to like basically copy those inputs that I did. And then I switched to down again. When I switched to down is, it's kind of hard to say too. It's kind of like the first switch to down. It's like you're not really sure. You gotta get a feel for it really. That one I know is generally like a little bit later. Like you went away from as soon as pretty much as Mario, like you don't want to do it as soon as he starts falling, but like kind of like right after he starts falling, sort of. Like just like pretty much just follow the timing of the inputs that I did there. And then what I did is after I saw the loading zone took me at the tree branch, I held up left until Mario disappeared for on the next screens, as you saw what I did there. So again, just if you need to watch a replay of my inputs, please do do that as many times as you want. So I know it's like a lot to take in right there. But that's how you get to here, basically, on this theme. I'll just make another save state of this, I guess. Okay. We'll come back to that in a second. We'll go back to what I did to get this started. Okay. So again, looking for that correct angle. And why does this keep moving? It's really annoying. It should not move. Something like this. Again, I guess I got Although my switch to down there is not good. That's what can happen if you did it incorrectly. Also, something to note, I can't really do it on emulator to show that because for whatever reason, like, my angles are kind of weird. But yeah, you get to see some story there, and you got to see me fail, I guess, till the second part. But seeing what doesn't work is also good too. So I think I switched to down a little bit late there, but that's okay. Also, if you can land like in the loading zone when you're out of bounds. That just means that you started holding down too early. That's also very important. So yeah, and once you're on the last step, which is you got the loading zone storage, you popped out of bounds here, did everything correctly, you were holding up left till it appears. That'll take you a couple tries to get used to, pretty much for sure. This seam, basically, if you land back in bounds somewhere around here, that means that you held up left too long. If you end up like right here, that means that you didn't hold up left long enough, basically. There's also a part, there's like some portion, if you like I think if you hold right like way too long or something like that, and you can still like sort of look at it and like hop out of bounds here, but it'll make it so that the amounts that you have to hold up left is like there's no cue for it, basically. So just be careful of that. The second step can mess you up. So, or the second step after the second step of the loading zone storage thing. All right, so let's go back to landing on the seam once you're on the seam. That's the final stretch. I know that I kind of went through the loading zone storage a little quickly, and that is what most people spend the most time on, so but I really can't explain it more than what I just did. I showed the inputs for successful landing on the seam. I showed what like something outside the off would look like. So just use those references from inputs. Hopefully you can see them, and it was off screen at that point. All right, so let's get the last part. Alright, so you got on the seam, and the seam keeps wanting to move every time I load space, which is not cool. So you got on the seam. You can check if you're correctly on the seam is if you can walk out of bounds here. You can just do that too. Alright, so this last part is a lot like buzzer skips. If you know how to do that, you'll be pretty much good for this. You're gonna jump to the right and then just like slide to up pretty much, really switch to up to get it on the last part. So like something like this. Except I failed it. Brilliant. Alright, so jump right up, pretty much, that's how it goes. So you want to get over here. Now this part's a little tricky, and I can't fail it. I start walking up, you want to get some upward momentum. Jump off, upright, and then hold up left. So that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully it works out. And that's how you do a lackluster early. You get up by the star piece. Claim your victory star piece. So yeah, then you just gotta be careful of that B over here. But yeah, that's how you do the best there. I guess you guys can ask me any more questions you have about it. You could also watch Triple Agent's tutorial. He might have some stuff in there that's better than what I have. I just wanted to show some inputs, really. So yeah, good luck learning this trick. It is tough. So see you guys later.